Leslie Dean High was born in Bristow, Iowa on February 12, 1924. He was raised during the Depression with small-town, Midwestern values in a loving family. His father taught him by example the value of hard work, honesty, and compassion for your neighbors. He was a good student and loved to learn. Les discovered love at first sight when he saw Carol Cooper for the first time. The two dated during their high school years and soon became inseparable. Les applied to both the U.S. Naval Academy and the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. So after 2 years of college, Les set off for New London, Connecticut in June of 1943. Les loved his time at the academy. He got good grades. Given his self-discipline, he did very well in the military training. Les married Carol the day he graduated from the academy, and then they started their military life together. Les began his career with 2 short assignments afloat as deck watch officer for the Coast Guard cutters Taney and Acushnet. After 2 years aboard ship, Les got orders to his first command as commanding officer of Coast Guard Loran Station Kwajalein in the South Pacific. Les was assigned to attend basic flight training at Pensacola and advanced training at Corpus Christi. Les flew both helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft, every model the Coast Guard had except the C-130 and the B-17. His first flight duty station in San Diego had 3 great years and as many flight hours as he could get in San Diego. After sunny Southern California, Les packed up the growing family and moved to Air Detachment Kodiak, Alaska. Less than a year later, he was recruited by a prospective CO to move with him to Air Station Traverse City, Michigan. As Les thought about his career and what he had learned about leadership, he began to request assignments back to the academy. Fortunately for the family, though, he was forced to take an overseas, quote, hardship, unquote, tour to Air Station Bermuda first. After Bermuda, Les finally got his chance to go back to the academy. Les enjoyed his years at the academy, first as an instructor of navigation, and then as assistant commandant of cadets. But he was most honored to be selected by the class of 1965 as their class advisor. After the academy graduation in 1965, Les headed to his next command, Air Station Savannah. As the holidays approached that year, Les decided that he should write a letter to each member of the academy class of 1965 to see how they were doing. After just 1 short year in Savannah, he was selected to be the project officer for the establishment of a new air training center in Mobile, Alabama. The pace of the Mobile assignment was hectic, but around Thanksgiving, Les decided again to write letters to his class. Thus began his now famous annual project of writing holiday letters to every member of the class. From Mobile, Les was given another command, this time as CO of Air Station Detroit. Then he went on to the National War College. His payback tour was to Coast Guard headquarters as the Chief of Training and Procurement. In his final tour, Les was again in command, this time as the commanding officer of Coast Guard Reserve Training Center, or RTC, Yorktown. While he was there, he spoke to every class that convened, giving them all a little lesson on leadership. It was also at this command where Les earned his most prized accolade, the Jarvis Award, a Navy League award for leadership. What made it most special for him was that he was nominated for the award by his staff and crew. Les retired from the Coast Guard in 1975, but he never retired from his passion for leadership and mentoring. For well over 50 years, he continued his annual project of writing personal letters to every member of the Coast Guard Academy class of 1965 in time for the holidays. Even at age 98, when his eyesight began to fail him, he continued staying in touch each year with a generic letter and personal phone calls. Although he was retired from the Coast Guard, ultimately for more years than he was on active duty, Les always maintained his interest in the service. Through the years, Les had a chance to meet with many senior leaders at various events in San Diego, Washington, D.C., and New London, Connecticut. When he did, he was never bashful about telling them what he thought they were doing right, always acting the mentor, even when unsolicited. Because, as he always said, less high, is a happy guy.